Oh my God, can't even cope.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Can't Even Cope with me, Kate motherfucking Teresa. And I wanted to do this episode, which I decided to call Fame Whore, because I've been called lots of things over my lifetime, and Fame Whore is definitely one of them. But to be fair, I've always wanted to be famous. Ruby knows this. I'm joined with Ruby again. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Definitely fame whore.
Definitely Fame Whore. And
That's one of the nicest things you've been called, actually.
it's definitely not, and I don't even think it's an insult, because I've always wanted to be famous, and I don't care what anyone thinks or anyone's perspective of it, because at the end of the day, I don't have to, like, no one has to understand it, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I remember when I was little wanting to be famous, but I didn't actually know what for. I just knew I wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
And I remembered I wanted to be a vet, and I also wanted to be an actress, and I was really torn. And I thought maybe I could be a famous vet movie star, like a vet to the movie stars.
A vet. Oh, like you look after your animals?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I can't say I've ever heard anyone wanting to be a movie vet, but there's a first time for everything.
But then my mum told me I'd have to stick my arm up things, and like I'd have to put animals down, and I'd change my mind.
Yeah, I just don't think that would be super fun. I remember I actually seen I was in the car with my mum one day, and she had her windows down and both of her dogs were in the back. And I was like, Mum, don't you think that you should have the windows up? Because what if one of them jumps out? And she reckoned, like, no, that's not going to happen. Next minute, one of the dogs jumps out the back window in the middle of an intersection and runs off, gets hit by a car. And then
Did it die?
Yeah, so I had to grab.
Oh my God, you're breaking my heart.
I know, it was really sad.
What a great way to start the show.
I know, I'm so sorry, guys. Here's like, let's talk about death. But I literally picked up the dog and
oh my God,
had it on the back seat with me, and I was like, I had blood on me and stuff, and we took it to the vet, and they did CPR, and then he died. And that was
not a
really
good time
hard...
to say I told you so.
I was going to say that there was a really hard lesson for my mum to learn, which is a nicer way to say I told you so.
Actually, on the subject of pets, can I just say real quickly, because this tripped me out, when I came and stayed with you one weekend in Hamilton at your dad's, and I went to go to the bathroom, and there was this weird apparatus on the toilet seat, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I saw this cat man run up and no shit, turn around and like squat on the toilet, like potty trained, and like, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
No, it was
and it smelled
weird.
like shit.
It's just so weird, because when I lived with my dad, it was quite a big house. So I had like one end of the house and they had the other end. I had to share the toilet with the cats. I'm like, I
know
what is going on here.
Rank. I don't understand why they needed the little scoop there, because it caught the shit, and there's nothing like the smell of cat shit, I'm telling you.
No, it was weird. It was a weird vibe.
Anyway.
Like, so like knock on the door, like, hello, is anyone in there?
Meow.
Okay, anyway, we're off track. We do this so well. So
I know.
I want to talk about, like, okay, for me, the first thing I remember was like, I always wanted to be a famous actress or like a pop star, because I was kind of the same as like what you were saying before. I didn't know why I wanted to be famous. I just have always had this feeling that I was like born to be a star and born to be in front of the camera. And like, I mean, you've seen me, like, I find quite natural to be in front of the camera.
You're very natural in front of the camera.
Yes,
I'm not going to say anything about your singing, because you did have a short-lived singing career. So
really short, really short.
Super short.
I still sing, and I still sing really fucking loud, which is probably not ideal for the people around me, but it's all good. I enjoy it, and I'm not going to try and be a famous singer, so don't worry about that.
I actually also love to sing, but I know I have a terrible voice. But that's okay, because I enjoy it.
Exactly.
And I actually think some of the best singers in the world don't actually have good voices. They've got good songs and good rhythm. Okay. And I'm just going to throw Robbie Williams out there for a second. Robbie.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he has a good voice, but he writes some killer songs.
Oh, he's got, what was that song? I just want to rock, DJ.
I don't want to. Oh yeah, I do want to rock. Yeah, I do.
You guys here.
And he ripped all his skin off.
I know. I remember that. That was so
hot.
Out the gate. That was hot. I used to think he was really hot. Did you?
Oh, I was in love with him.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone listening knows who Robbie Williams is, but let us know if you were a Robbie fan, because I definitely was back in the day. Definitely not my type now, but
yeah, no. I don't know. If Robbie Williams came up to me, I wouldn't say no.
I haven't actually seen him in like so many years, so I don't even know what he looks like anymore.
He looks the same.
Oh yeah, but a little bit older maybe. Although men age really well, don't they?
I was just saying that to my partner the other day because I was like, I'm getting crusty and old and you're getting distinguished and it's pissing me off.
It's so annoying. Like, that is not fair.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the story. So I always wanted to be a famous actress or a famous pop star. And do you know what's really funny as well? Even my parents, who like I love dearly and they love me and they believe in me and support me, but they would say to me, like, get your head out of the clouds, Kate. Like, got to be realistic. Like, you're never going to be famous. And, you know, I appreciate, you know, their input. But
Support.
support. Yeah, so supportive. But I just never fucking believed them. I'm like, you don't get it. Like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be a star. And the thing is like, and you know this as well, I've attracted so many experiences in my life, which I'm obviously not famous, but I've had like 15 minutes of fame and I've been on TV and
you got a taste.
I've got a taste and I've had people ask me for my fucking autograph and my picture for like a whole year.
Oh,
and
can we just interrupt with a funny story?
Yes.
Sorry, I have to do it before I forget. Do you remember after Bogans filmed, we lived in a little small beach town and in the summer it influxes really hard out, like we get thousands of people.
Yeah.
And I remember we wanted to make you seem like you were real famous, so you were chatting to a couple of dudes and I was hiding in the wings. And then when they sort of were talking to you, I don't think they knew who you were. Oh, maybe they knew who you were. And I ran up, remember, when I started screaming and I was like, oh my God, it's Kate Mack from Bogans. Super fan. Can I have a photo? Can I have your autograph? And these guys were like, oh my God, are you all right? And you're like, oh, it just comes with the job. It just comes with the job.
It just comes with the territory, you know, of being super famous. Man, we just did some funny shit, honestly, so funny. But what was I saying? Anyway, so I just never
You were going to be famous.
Yeah, I just never believed anyone who doubted me. And I remember having a boyfriend. Actually, I want to rip this off the wall, off my vision board, and read it to you because I feel like it just like relates to me so well.
And while you're doing that, I want to mention that you've had a couple of boyfriends that are so supportive of your wanting to be famous.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you started doing photo shoots and things like that, they got all weird and like,
not
why are you dressing
supportive
like that? And not supportive.
Yeah, and then it's like it was like what I talked about in the other episode. Like, they supported me and believed in me and like really like encouraged me, but then when things actually started to happen for me, they're like, shit, this bitch is for real. Now I'm insecure and like now I need to drag her down and tell her she's not good enough. Like it was just like such a repetitive cycle. But I've got this on my vision board, and it's what Lady Gaga said. And she said, I had a boyfriend who told me I'd never succeed, never be nominated for a Grammy, and never have a hit song, and that he hoped I'd fail. I said to him, someday when we're not together, you won't be able to order a cup of coffee at the fucking deli without hearing or seeing me. And I'm like, I love that so much because
I love Lady Gaga.
I do love Lady Gaga, and I also love these people that tell me that I can't do it. Like, I don't know if they realize this, but they give me so much fuel to my fire.
Yeah.
Actually, just like be like, fuck yes, I can.
Oh, sorry, I'll turn that off.
Yep, getting a phone call.
Father's Day. Yesterday. I forgot to ring him.
Classic. But yeah, so I always loved people telling me I couldn't do it. But okay, so back to attracting these experiences. The thing is, like, if you want something bad enough in life, if you focus on it enough and you visualize it and you act as if it's already done and you be the person that you need to be to make that happen, like, you're going to attract opportunities in your life. Like, I truly believe that nothing is in our control, and like life is going to throw shit at us and things are going to happen, and a lot of it's not in our control, but we have the power to put ourselves in positions and put ourselves in the way of like opportunities and meeting the right people if we like work on it and keep moving forward every single day. And that's all I've done my whole life. It's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I have never known what the fuck I'm doing. I've always been winging it on my whole entire journey. But what I have done is I've always believed in myself, no matter what anyone said about me. I've always been able to picture it. Like, I can see that shit so clearly in my mind. And I don't know if you remember this, but actually one of our old friends comes to mind, because I always used to say, like, I will pick you guys up on my private jet one day. Like, I'm going to pick you up on my private jet and fly you to Vegas. Like,
I've got that on record.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that magazine came out and you had a little page article I got you to sign it. I've still got that somewhere.
I
Because I was like,
love
one day
that.
that's going to be worth heaps of money and I'm going to sell it.
Oh my God, I love it so much. You're like, yes, let me benefit from you.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm
what
too
friends-
stage fright. I get too much stage fright.
That's what friends are for anyway. But I could see these things so clearly in my mind. And a lot of the things that I've experienced was not due to me actually like pursuing that particular thing, but that particular thing would like come into my life because of the way that I believed, and I would picture it and I would never stop pursuing it, if that
I'm
makes
trying to
sense.
think of the word, but like it came to you. Sort of
Like
thing,
manifested it.
Yeah, manifested it.
Yeah, so like I'm all about fucking manifesting because I've manifested so much shit that logically makes no sense. And even the TV show, for example, they rang me. I didn't even know that they had my number, and they rang
you
me
were drunk.
because I was so drunk. And they rang me and they were like, look, the producer of TV2 like was watching the footage, and they like, this is legit, the story. They stopped it. She was like, stop right there. And it was me drunk on acid at a burnout competition. And she goes, her, you need to find her and get her. And I'm like, how cool is that? I had no idea that was coming.
And
No
I mean,
idea.
for as shit as Bogans was,
So
that
shit.
show, I mean, we all know that. We're not trying to act like it was the greatest. It's not like Emmy
It
nominated.
was terrible.
We're just saying that if it wasn't for you, and I'm not just saying this because you're my friend, the show was boring.
It was boring with me on
Like,
it
I don't want to
anyway.
sit, and if I want to sit at 9 o'clock at night and watch men in a shed talking and hugging each other, you know what I mean? Like, I'll go hang out with my loser friends.
I'll go back to my old life.
Yeah. The show was, and it's like when people said, oh, I can't believe you're going when I went and did the jelly wrestling with you. I was like, how many opportunities? How
Yeah.
many times am I going to get to be on TV? I'm
Yeah.
not going to be on TV.
Yeah.
Always
And-
say yes. And
Exactly.
it's,
Or this is like one of my favorite sayings, like say yes and figure out the how later. Like
yeah.
you don't have to know, and that's something that I've always done really well, is like I don't stress on the how of things. So I don't sit there and like go, yeah, but fuck, how am I going to actually make this happen, because this would need to happen and this would need to happen, because like logically every single time something has happened in my life, like logically it makes no sense, but it just happens because I like put myself out there and I say yes to opportunities, even if I'm scared, even if I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? But you just never know what's going to come of things.
Right. And it's, people that say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, it's lame. Oh, you want to be an actress. I'm sure they said that to like Meryl Streep at one point, and she was like, fuck you, I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
So, I'm just trying to think of things. Oh, I can't remember who it is, but someone turned down a movie role and it turned out to be like the biggest, it is a real thing. I can't think of the name of the movie. It turned out to be one of the biggest grossing movies ever.
Do you know,
they thought it was going to be shit and they said no, and someone was like, yeah, I'll do it.
do you know who I love is fuck, what's his name? Sylvester Stallone. He's
him.
Rocky, right? That's Rocky, eh?
Love him.
Yeah. So I'm not
Rambo, baby.
Yeah, Rambo. I'm not going to share the story because it's quite a long story, but Google his story about Rocky and how that came about, because
I can tell you
blown
on the
away.
peanut real easy.
Yeah, go.
Nobody would ever hire him as an actor. Everyone said he was useless. Everyone said he's shit. He wrote Rocky, tried to give it to people. They were like, yep, we definitely want to do it, but you're not allowed to be in it. And he said, you're not making this movie unless I'm the star. And he kept on giving it until someone finally said yes.
And he sold his dog. He sold his dog to get the money, and then to get some money to do something I can't remember. And then he ended up buying his dog back for like 15 grand.
Motherfuckers.
But like he said, it was one of the most heartbreaking things he ever had to do.
Do you know what? I don't think I would sell my dog though.
I know, I did think that, but then I'm like, he got his dog back, so obviously that was the plan all along, like it was meant to be.
Yeah, I know.
And he made one of the biggest movies in history, and
Exactly.
he got to be the star. He was like,
He wouldn't
am
let
the
them
star.
make it until
He's like,
he was doing it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Rocky. If I'm not Rocky, you're not having it. He didn't care how much money they offered him.
Yeah.
And eventually, and I just love shit like that. And pretty much every single successful,
Adrian.
pretty much, I haven't even seen Rocky to be fair, but I know Ruby's giving me a terrible look right now. But
Probably too young.
oh well, I'd rather be young than old.
That's not very nice.
Anyway,
That's okay.
I know
I'm old.
what's that
Fuck
saying?
you.
You're only as old as you feel.
Eh,
Is Tom older than you?
no.
You're only as old.
partner.
Yeah, you're only as old as the guy you
5
feel.
years. Do you want to hear a funny story about that? So when I met him, he isn't one of those people that lies about his age. He just doesn't really give a shit. And so he told me he told me a different age than he was. About 2 years later, I was like, wait, does that mean that you were 26 when I met you? I was 31.
Oh,
and I thought he was just about 28, but it turned out, I mean, he's like, what does it matter? We've been together 3 years.
You're like, nah, this is a deal breaker. Like, I'm done.
I'm going to be on the news.
I love it.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so like I just love that. I really love those stories, and I think that majority of successful people have really fucking cracked it.
They want it.
They want it, and they weren't nobody like is born a celebrity or born a star. Obviously, some people are like born into it, but to actually maintain success and to like hold that shit, you have to work for it, and you have to put in the effort and the work, and like these people were hungry for it, and I am so fucking hungry to make my dreams come true. And I've already lived in my 30 years the most incredible life with the most incredible experiences that most people would never ever experience in their life, because I fucking see it and I'm hungry for it, and I don't let people's opinions get in my way.
I just want to point out as well, I'm one of those people that if I don't say it, I'll forget it. Lady Gaga didn't actually want to be a singer. She wanted to be an actress. All her life she wanted to be an actress. And so she just started singing first because she was good at it. And then the actress thing fell onto her lap because she was a famous singer.
Yeah, exactly. So she just like, it's like that whole mentality of like, I'll just do whatever it takes. And just, like so many people think that those people are like, it's just like they're just lucky or like, whatever. But it
is nice to be born in America though. It does help.
Yeah. But she was like singing since she was a little girl for her whole like you're still laughing. What about Lorde though? Lorde was from New Zealand.
Meh. I think she's overrated. Sorry.
Yeah, but she became famous and she's from New Zealand. So I love stories about
There's
people.
some good music coming out of New Zealand at the moment, and we never got an opportunity really until recently, I reckon, to really showcase it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Me and my partner were looking through old music the other day, and we come across Neige and Mystic. Do you remember Neige and Mystic?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, this music would have killed. We were loving it, and I just think there wasn't really a big enough, because we didn't have much social media. There wasn't really Facebook or anything like that. That's Justin Bieber got famous just from playing music on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how he got found.
Yeah.
I think social media has really amped up New Zealand music.
Hell yeah. Speaking of music, I just remembered. So another experience I had, which we were talking about before, I cannot sing. Okay. I even practice singing.
I don't want to say anything, but you can't.
No, but like I practiced really hard for like 3 months, and I did improve, but I was like, the thing is that it felt really hard and it felt really forced, and it felt like it just didn't feel right for me. And I knew that if I kept practicing and practicing and practicing, I would get there eventually. But you have to choose what dreams are worth your time and energy, and that definitely wasn't one of them. But in saying that, can't sing, don't play an instrument. And then I got an opportunity to be in a band. So then I ended up touring around Japan and Australia and New Zealand with this awesome band. And I never fucking sang. Like, anything is possible if you take like your logical brain out of it and just go like, I'm open to opportunities and just like putting yourself out there and meeting people. Like, I just think anything is possible.
I actually followed you on Facebook. Well, we're friends on Facebook. Yeah. But I followed you on Facebook for a little while when you were trying to teach yourself how to sing better.
Yeah.
And I remember I hadn't watched you for a couple of weeks, and I jumped back on just to have a look. I was like, wow, you've really gotten better. Yeah. Like, I could tell that you'd improved, because in the beginning I was like, oh my God, Kate, you can't sing. What are you up to? But that reminds me, I remember once Ed Sheeran played this videotape of him when he was first starting to sing.
Yeah, and he's so bad. Yeah.
So bad. He's taught himself to sing. I actually think that if you practice and practice and practice, anybody can be a great singer.
I have no doubt in my mind that I could have succeeded at it. But like, it's just, you have to choose which dreams.
It has to be your passion.
Because you're going to have to pursue that shit forever. And like, it's like a consistent like thing that you have to do.
Did you write your song that you sang?
No.
Okay.
Nah, but there was only like a few words in it.
yeah, a couple of sentences there. I'm just wondering, because it's not really your passion to be a famous singer.
Oh my God, I just remembered I released a single and a music video. How did I forget about that?
I thought that's what we were talking about.
I was just talking about being in the band.
Oh,
which
I
is
thought we were talking
separate.
about your music single.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, I had a single. It was called Strange Love. It was on YouTube and Spotify, but it has been removed.
Yeah.
It's gone. But I do have some
Gone.
I do have a reel on my
But
Instagram,
you
which
did
there is a little
sing
bit
it,
there.
so you could just sing it, and that's your voice.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Ready?
know what's sad? Because it's all been removed and we can't find it. It's really sad that in like 50 years you're not going to be able to show someone that video because it was quite a quirky little video. You were dressed up pretty funny.
Yeah, I think I might send an email to said person at some stage and just say like, hey, have you got the video? Can I have it just to hold on to for like memories? And I really
Yeah.
think that he's not the type of person that would say no. So I just am waiting for till it just doesn't feel like the right time to do that right now.
Let it
So
smooth down.
yeah, just maybe a couple more years. But anyway, so had a single called Strange Love, and I was dressed up like all this cool paint and stuff. And actually,
Anime
so
sort
okay,
of.
this is what I'm talking about when you put yourself out there. So I got the opportunity to record a single, and I was so nervous. I remember sweating for like I was lying on the floor and I was sweating in a pool, lying in a pool of sweat, like so nervous because I knew how bad I was at singing as well, and I was like, I have to sing. And when you record songs,
They can auto tune that shit.
when you record songs though, like you wear headphones and sing like this, but the person recording it could hear my voice without, because I was listening to the music in my ears. So like, because we recorded
Yeah.
it in a room, so I knew that he
Yeah.
would be able to hear my voice for what it was. And so funny.
For what it was.
Yeah, like so I was so nervous, and then so we recorded the single, and then we ended up recording the music video. Stop. You're making me laugh. Let me finish the story. Okay, so we recorded the music video at my old high school at the old basketball courts, like right at the back of the field. So we did that, and then this is what happened. I got a message because I posted it on my old Facebook page. I got a message from the music teacher at the whole old high school, and he was like, hey, can you please call this number? I would really like to talk to you. And I was like, fuck it, okay, don't know what this is about. And I thought maybe they were going to tell me to take it down because it was like I was like trespassing or something. And I ring him, and he's like, hey, this is blah blah from the high school. Will you come in and like talk to the music students about like going after your dreams and never giving up, and I think you're really inspiring, and we would love to like see you. And I was like, holy shit balls. So I went to my old high school where I was like the world's worst student.
I
And
was just going to say, ironically, you were bullied.
I was bullied, and I hated school, and I was like on daily report because I would wag school all the time. And I went in there like all dressed in my stuff, and we played the music video, and I talked to the students, and it was like so cool. But that experience wouldn't have happened either if I didn't say yes to the music video, even though I was scared.
Did you go on full makeup?
Yeah, like full Monchi makeup, like full get up. They were like buzzing the fuck out over this. It was so funny. And it was really funny as well because you know how ditzy I am.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, so one of the and I there was one teacher there who I actually remembered. He was still there, and he was like, oh, when were you a student? I was like 2017, and he was like, oh wow. 2017 was like 4 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? No, 17, 18.
What?
19. Yeah, 4 years ago. I was like,
Say how long ago that was. Whoa.
yeah, but I said that I was at school 4 years ago. Like I'm 30. I was
Oh,
at
that's
school,
what I mean. I was like, I'm no mathematician.
I was at school in 2007, and he was just like, whoa, that's cool. Like, and then I realized what I'd said and was like,
Lucky-
holy shit, no.
Lucky you were young.
2007. Yeah, I know. I do. I really do. I feel like I have good genes plus good skincare.
I've
Always
aged terribly.
always use good skincare, guys. But yeah, anyway, so then I was in a band. Do you know what was so crazy? I was in Japan, touring around with this
Did
like
they love you in Japan? Because the name
Yes.
Monchi is Japanese.
Okay, do you know what I love about Japanese people is that they honestly, because basically we live streamed the whole
I've been to
trip.
Japan.
Have you?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Cool.
I
Anyway,
have.
I
I was there for
think
2 weeks.
yeah, I love it. I think it's cool, and
Yeah, I did
that
too.
that's so
Do you want to hear a funny
polite.
story though, quickly?
Yeah, I do always.
When I was there, I'm a real big, like, I love photographing things that look, like cool. And I was walking past this man, and he was living in a cardboard box,
Oh
and he
gosh.
was like had really long hair, like long. It looked really artistic.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to take a photo. And I whipped out my little camera, my little Codex, 26 film camera. And I
Old
just
school.
about went to snick a photo, and the tour guide that was snatched the camera out of my hand and was like, no, 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 don't take a photo. And I looked back, and it was actually two people doing a drug deal on the main street.
Oh shit.
So lucky I didn't take the photo because they probably would have chased me.
Oh my gosh, we don't want that. That would have been scary.
Nah, I had a tour guide. I was all right.
Yeah, we'll be right. Oh my God, the guy that was taking us around, whoa, what a loose unit he was, and that is a story for another day. Holy crap. He was like drunk the whole time. It was insane. I was actually scared. I was like, are we gonna make it through this all right? But anyway, so because we live streamed the whole thing, we were in full makeup the whole time, and like if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like the makeup was really intense. Like we had it was like real intense makeup, like not normal makeup, real out of it. And so they honestly thought we were like the super famous band. So we had like people queuing up to like take photos, and it was really, really, really fun. And like because there's so much cool, like what do you call it? Like Japanese, like what it like the environment, like what it looks like. I don't know how to explain it. Like the view, I don't know. Anyway, so it looked cool in the photos because like we had this cool, like the cool backdrops and stuff, and we got some really cool photos. But it was so cool because when we were touring in Japan, like most of the bands and stuff like didn't really speak English, so we're like playing music and we're like backstage with all these guys and didn't even speak English, but it was like so cool. Like I just felt, I've always said like I want to be a rock star, I want to be a rock star. Like I literally was living like my rock star dream. And it was so fucking cool. And I just think like what a cool life I've lived, right? It's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's all experience.
I know.
It's so much fun.
I know.
That's why you should never say no, barring, something super illegal.
Yeah, like within reason.
Yeah. That's like my cousin works for Fox Racing, and he jacked up this thing when Pink was over, and he got Carrie Hart up at my dad's, and they did a whole bunch of
I remember that was so cool.
racing up there.
Yeah.
And I actually purposely didn't go because I thought I'll be a loser. I will be like, leave your girlfriend. I just knew I'd be a like groupie slut.
Terrible.
So I didn't go, but I knew that's what I would do. But I was like, I have the opportunity to be the coolest mum in the world right now.
Yes.
So I packed a bag for my 9-year-old son, let him have 3 days off school, and sent him up there.
Oh my God. Was he like in heaven?
Yeah, and I said to him, because I said, take heaps of photos, take all the photos. Anyway, he didn't really take a lot. He took one. I got one good photo. But I remember Dad said that him and Carrie Hart, he was 9 at the time, were sitting on the couch just eating some sausages.
Oh.
And I said to Roman, why don't you take a photo? Why don't you take a photo? And he's like, Mum, man, we were eating.
Calm down.
I don't want to take a photo of him eating. That's rude.
I think you made the right decision in like just sending him, because he probably would not have thought you were the coolest mum if you were there and you were like trying to take photos of them eating a sausage.
And because he didn't, he knew that he was a good motorbike rider and he knew he'd done a backwards flip, but he wasn't like, like people are now when they see famous people and they chase them down the street.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, this dude's really good at riding a bike. So he was, like, stop being a loser mum.
So cool. I remember that. It was such
and
a cool
actually,
moment.
Carrie Hart gave my dad free tickets to Pink, and that's how I got to go to Pink.
Oh, it's so cool. Man, that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't
we got real good seats.
Real good seats.
Real good.
Amazing. Okay, so also I have other news. Also quickly before I share this, I also want to talk about the fact that like in my business, so like I'm in an industry where like this was another opportunity that kind of just like came into my life without me like looking for it. I wasn't looking for network marketing. I definitely didn't grow up thinking I'm going to be like a network marketing professional. Like that was not what I thought. I thought I was going to be a rock star. So this opportunity came into my life. I said yes. I didn't know how someone like me could succeed. Like I've got tattoos. I'd say fuck way too much for my own good. I have had every hair color under the sun. No business background. So if I had logically thought about it, I would have said no, but I said yes because my gut was like, just do it. So I did it. And I've been very successful in my business, which I'm so grateful for and so blessed. I have worked for it. So I am not surprised that I am in the position that I am in my business, but also in my business, I have so many people following me in this company and in this industry who like look up to me now as a leader. And so when I go to events and stuff, I do get people like asking me for selfies and coming up and talking to me. And like, I just live for this shit. Like, I love it. So it doesn't surprise me that like in all different areas of my life, like I've been able to like attract all these things just from kind of like being myself and putting it out there and speaking it into existence. And it's just really, really fucking cool. But yeah, go.
I was just gonna say, and it's not a tacky like I want to be famous either. Do you know what
Nah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to think of some fame whores that are like celebrities. Okay, you remember like what do they call them? Spidey, like Heidi.
Oh,
Remember they used to be on the hills?
Heidi Montag.
Yeah. They did interviews, and I watched it, and they would call paparazzi and tell them where they were going to be, so that paparazzi would come, and take photos of them, and they'd be like, "Oh, get out of my face." But they'd organise them to be there, like they, to me, are the definition of fame.
This might be like a unpopular opinion, but I actually listened to a
You're gonna tell
podcast.
me that you love them.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast like maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was Heidi Montag, and like she was out the gate, like she was getting drunk, and but like I fucking enjoyed it, and I thought it was good, and I'm just gonna
They're
say,
entertainers for
yeah,
sure.
I'm just gonna say that I think they were intelligent in what they were doing, and they knew what they were doing.
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah,
That's
fame
why they're
whores.
successful.
But I guess that I don't look at it the same because I'm a fame whore too. So I'm like, whatever. But,
I mean, I enjoy them. I think they're a little. No, we won't talk badly about them. I enjoy them. I enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's how I would chase my career.
No. Yeah. I mean,
I enjoy watching, and I actually follow her on TikTok, and she's pretty funny on there.
Yeah.
I follow her on TikTok.
Like I'm not gonna call the paparazzi and be like, hey, this is where I'm gonna be. But yeah, I think they're all good. I've definitely I never used to, like I definitely used to be like Spidey haters, but I'm definitely not anymore.
Oh no, I'm in no way a Spidey hater. I think they're hilarious, but they're like fame whores.
And so fucking Luli, which is what this episode is all about.
Yeah. I actually had a little bit of fame myself. No, I didn't. But I posted a tick. So as I've told you before, I'm at home with the baby. She's 5 months old.
Yeah.
To entertain the day, because she doesn't sleep anywhere literally but on me. So to entertain myself during the day, I just look at TikTok, because you can't walk around anywhere or whatever. She's always in the front pack, and I thought I'll do a TikTok just for fun, and it ended up going semi-viral, and I'm actually mortified because it was the one time I didn't brush my hair, I didn't have any makeup on, I was wearing my pajamas with no bra, with my saggy ass like honestly, I was mortified.
I remember.
Do you know what I did though? Every single person, because it's all very positive stuff on there about parenting and stuff, and there were about maybe 6 negative comments.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, which is pretty good, out of like 20,000.
I was gonna say,
comments.
like normally there's way more than that.
But I just deleted them. Sometimes I started to get a little bit wound up, and I'd be like, and then I just thought, no, actually, I'm just going to delete it. I'm not even going to engage. So I had about 6, and they were all about how I looked like I was too old to have a baby.
Like, fuck off. Can I just say something as well?
I was like, clearly I should have worn makeup. Sorry, next time I'll moisturize in the morning after being up every 3 hours.
Can I just say as well, like, obviously you've come a long way, because I remember there was one point in your life where you were literally like, I am that person who will jump online and like argue with people because it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I still do that on TikTok a little bit because nobody knows who I am. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
And we have a troll. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. No, it's not a troll if you're arguing with factual information.
So you're
arguing with facts and debating in a like sensible manner. That is not trolling. But sometimes I'll be awake at night and I'll be like tapping my phone really angry, and Tom will be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, nothing, don't talk to me. Because I'm arguing.
It's just so funny.
I never, but I'm not a bully. I don't attack people what they look like. I'm
not like mean. You're real on the facts. Like
I'm arguing about like I'll be talking about something about factual, and they'll be like, oh, you're ugly. I'm like, I don't. I'm sorry, what we're talking about.
Yeah, that like there's just like there's arguing with facts, and then there's just being a complete fucking moron.
Not arguing. I can have a really sensible debate without getting angry about it, but other people cannot.
No, I just don't get it. It's fucking crazy. Okay,
but I don't do it on Facebook because I've got employers on there and friends, and there's just no point because everyone gets butthurt. Actually, do you know what? Facebook is great because when we're interviewing people for jobs, what I do when I get my CV is I look at them on Facebook.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I always check out their Facebook, and there's been people that I'm like, oh, they're definitely getting the job. They are fabulous. And I jump onto Facebook, and there's a dude pulling Heil Hitler at the camera smoking a bomb.
Oh, yeah. Facebook tells a lot, doesn't it?
And I'm like, you just lost the job, buddy.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. Fucking Facebook.
Okay. So I want to share this with you because this just happened yesterday. So
Ooh.
I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it too much. I kind of read the T's and C's. I'm not very good at reading T's and C's, but I kind of read them a little bit. And from what I gather, I'm not allowed to talk about this. So I'll just say as little as possible. I applied for a reality TV show.
I'm so happy.
And I will say it's not in New Zealand. It's not in Australia. Because I have had a few people, like a couple of my friends, be like, "Are you going on The Bachelorette? Are you going on Married at First Sight? Are you going on Love Island?" I'm like, it's none of those. And also, by the way, I would never go on The Bachelorette because I don't want to date and I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, I am so ready to be single and have fun. So that is definitely
You're a reality dream because the guys, you get along really well with guys.
Yeah.
And insecure girls hate you.
They do. They really
They hate you the moment they meet you.
But do you know what? Do you know what? I like the old me would have like just not cared, but it's not that I care, but this new version of me is that like I don't want anyone to feel like shit around me. So like I'm always kind to everyone, and I don't
feel like you've ever done anything that wasn't kind though.
I know. To be fair, I feel like a lot of people, once they got to know me, were like super honest, and they're like, I really thought you were a bitch when I met you, but now I think you're really cool and really nice.
But
and I'm like,
do you think it's because you're shy? Because when people meet me, they're like, I always thought you were a real bitch when I first met you, and I was like, I didn't say anything. I literally sat there and didn't say anything.
Yeah, and I definitely can be shy. Like, it's not that I'm shy, it's just that I'm really like cautious about my energy and who I talk to, so I kind of like get to know people first, or like get the feel first before I kind of go full Kate.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to do that when you're on a reality show. You want to be fucking bulls charging at the gate. Fucking
I just like, I feel
causing drama. That's like, what you need in a reality show. You don't want someone nice and polite. What the hell?
Well, maybe they do need someone nice and polite, but
no, they don't.
well, I'm not going to go on there and cause drama. So, but
that's what reality shows are about.
Okay, well, I think that everything happens for a reason. So if I'm meant to be on that show, I'm going to be on that show.
You're going to get voted off if you're.
Why don't you apply?
I'd love to. I have 2 kids and a husband.
Look, I sound like we're getting into a debate now about it, but
I always see. I'm not getting upset, but I'm all right. I'm happily debating.
I'm just saying I'm not a drama starter, and I'm not even going to pretend to start drama. But I have a fucking good personality, and I feel like, and we both know this.
True.
Like, I think I'll be great on reality TV, and I also feel like this is just like such the perfect time for me because I'm like single,
and
I'm
it's
30, like I'm well adjusted. Don't do that.
I was just gonna say, have you seen that reality show on Netflix and it's called Too Hot to Handle?
Yes, yeah, I have.
Oh my god, just for those who don't know, it's a dating show and they think they're going to have this big party piss up date show, and they get there and they're not allowed to kiss or fornicate.
They're not allowed to do
all.
anything. And
anything.
Like, basically there's like a money prize, like a massive money prize. I think it's like $1 million or something like that, and they get to like split it at the end. 100,000. They get to split it at the end, and it's like every time they do something sexual, like boom, money goes, and like honestly, could you imagine the sexual tension in that house? Holy shit. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Because like obviously naturally they put like really good looking people in there.
And sex addicts.
Yeah. I watched the first season and like, yeah, it was pretty fucking wild. Like those people.
I mean, I hate those kind of shows, but then I love them. Do you know what I mean?
I've always loved reality TV. Like
I'm like,
always.
oh, stupid reality shows. And then I'm like, oh, what's happening this week?
I just think it would be so much fun. So we'll see, guys.
Too.
Fingers crossed. Send all your positive manifesting vibes my way.
You're a reality show's dream.
Yeah, but we'll see. We shall see. And also, I didn't search for that. Like somebody actually messaged me, a friend of mine in the UK, and was like, Kate, you need to apply for this. This is like a brand new show. This is happening. I don't want to talk about too much, but she sent me the link and was like, you need to apply, and I was like, okay, so I just applied. So
just say yes.
Just say yes and figure it out later.
Awesome.
So good.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you so much. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up now. And thank you so much for joining me, Ruby. It's been a pleasure as always. And I just want to say to you guys, like, don't ever stop going after your biggest, wildest fucking dreams, because what did you just say? Your ears itchy?
My ears itchy.
Like, let's wrap it up. My ears itchy. So yeah, just don't ever stop going after your biggest, wildest fucking dreams, because I see it happen all the time, is that like people push their dreams to the side and just don't. Like, your dreams fucking matter. You fucking deserve it. And I would love to see everybody fucking smash it.
It's like you just said before, when you said that, when you told people what you wanted to be and people sort of were like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
That is dream crushing.
It's
like
dream
it's trying to crushing. What does it mean? You know, that's probably what they said about all sorts of famous people. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know. And it's like,
yeah.
You just like, I think at the
that's
end of the day,
when you said to me, I want to be famous, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I know. You always made me feel like so much like you believed in me. And, okay, that's actually a really good point. Like, surround yourself with people who fucking actually believe in you, and you can like feel that shit and feel that energy, and like, you know that they are going to encourage you, because that shit makes a massive difference if you're going to go after like some big dreams.
And I feel like people that crush your dreams like that, it's also almost jealousy, because they had dreams that they didn't achieve.
Yeah.
And so they don't want you to succeed because it means they failed.
It's easier to like keep people where they are, so that they don't feel like shit for like deciding to live an average life, or like not going for what they want. Like, that's what people naturally do.
Why not boost people up?
And do you know what the sad thing is that a lot of people don't actually know that they're doing that. Like, they don't actually, they're not actually aware. But it's so important to just trust your fucking gut. Like, that's your intuition. Like, our intuition is a fucking guided system. If something feels off,
it's never wrong either.
It's never wrong. Like,
I think as you get older, you realize, you know, like I mean, I'm a little bit older now, but I'm still not bitter. But now, like, if I don't want to do something, I just say no. Whereas before, I was a bit of a people pleaser, and I was like, you know, right then, or you know, now I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I don't need an explanation.
And I actually want to say something which might trigger a few people right now, and I've had this happen to me. And actually, you know, how many times have I been in a relationship and I've literally messaged you the exact moment when I knew that relationship was going to fail. Like, that was my gut telling me this isn't my favorite person. And even my last relationship, like, I adored that man, and like, I really wanted it to work. And I tried for longer than I should have, but I like, if you right now are like in a relationship, this is what I wanted to say. If you're in a relationship right now and like you constantly argue, or like just you don't feel like you can be yourself, like just doesn't feel right. Like, if you actually sat down with yourself and went, right, Kate, is this the right person for me? You know, and you know right now, you already know, and you've known for ages, but you're in denial. So it's like, sometimes you just have to like have that conversation with yourself, and it's hard to make those changes, but it's about, you just have to trust that feeling, because it's like exactly telling you exactly what you need to know.
And when I've had friends ring me and say like, you know, this is happening and this is happening, and I'm sort of like, you know that you're not happy. Yeah. You know it's not working. Yeah. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to be like on your own, and that's not that bad.
Being on your own is great.
I've had friends. Yeah, but they think it's terrible in their mind.
I know. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's the worst thing ever.
I've been guilty
of that. I've broken up with a guy that I didn't even like. I didn't like him. Yeah. He was a knob. Yeah. He was mean to my child. I didn't want to be with him. And when we broke up, I still was like, oh, I miss him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I don't think I did.
No, but you know what happens is, like, as soon as you break that tie, you automatically forget all the shitty things that they did.
Yeah.
Like, you just forget. And then all you do is remember the good times. And then all you do is miss the good times. But you just have to like keep trusting that feeling, and just like know that you're making the right choice. Like, I
remember sometimes you would text me and be like, watch I remember the exact words, because I thought that you were going to be in this relationship forever.
Yeah.
And I remember you texted me, and I remember the exact text, it was, watch it go downhill from here. And I think you stayed with them another 4 or 5 months, but I remember that point where you texted me and said, watch it go downhill from here. And it went downhill to the point of where you couldn't even come and stay with me for a weekend at my house, because he didn't want you being away. And, you know, like, it just went downhill fast.
Yeah. I just always know. And I feel like I've known in every single relationship, but that's just, that's how strong your intuition is.
It's a good intuition though. And you listen to it.
Yeah, I do. I don't always listen to, I mean, Not always straight away, but I do. I do in the end. I get there in the end.
You don't drag it out for 10 years and a baby, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes if you don't decide, the fucking universe will decide for you, and
Right.
like something will happen in order for you to actually make that decision, and force you to make that decision. Because that's happened to me sometimes as well. Like, and if I'm actually stuck, if I have like two opportunities, I'm like, right, I really want both. Like, I don't know what to do. I just don't decide. I just like push them to the side, and then something happens to one of the
happens on its
opportunities.
own. Yeah.
And then I have to take the other one. So like, that's also cool as well. Like, I just love how life works like that.
Yeah, and I remember I used to have like I've always drawn out, like I've always been a little bit like, God, I've been delusional even with guys that I haven't even gone out with, but I think we're together because I'm sorry that we slept together for 2 years and I thought we were in a relationship. My bad.
Fuck. Oh shit.
You know, we're not together. My mistake.
Sorry.
I didn't realize. I just wasn't allowed to hook up with anybody else.
Yeah.
And we've been doing anyway. So the point of my story is I used to drag them out for fucking years.
Yeah.
And then the last bad relationship I had, I probably dragged it out a little bit longer than I should have, but I still cut it after 6 months.
Yeah.
And do you remember I cut it? He would try and ring me every time he was drunk, and I was just like, no. Like I had the wall, and I was like, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I actually think, and this is just my piece of advice, and I feel like we need to go because we're talking for so long, but I will block them. Just block them. Even if it's hard, just block them, because it's impossible to move on from someone if you have feelings for them and you're still in contact. It's going to take so much longer. So much longer. Yourself. The last two relationships that have ended for me, the first guy blocked me and the second guy, I blocked him. And both of those guys I really respected, and I valued those relationships, and both of those relationships really, really taught me a lot of shit that I needed to learn to get to where I am. And so it was actually really hard to not, because none of us, both those two relationships didn't end on bad terms. Yeah. Like, so it was actually really hard, but it was the best fucking thing I ever did, because when you can't see them, you can't talk to them, you can't hear them, you can't, like, you're not going to text back and be like, text and go like, oh, just come over.
What's the point?
Like,
I had a friend that just got back with, just quickly, that just got back with someone that she'd been broken up with for years. Yeah. It was really abusive. And I remember she was like, I just need to talk to him. And this is 5 years later. And I was like, why do you need to talk to him? And she's like, I just need closure. And I was like, what is closure? You tell me what closure is. There's no such thing as closure. That's what is he going to say that is going to make you feel better about how that ended. What you mean is you want to start communication again so that you can talk to each other again, so that you can secretly get back together because that's what you want. There's no such thing as closure. Honestly, it doesn't exist.
No, honestly, like just full
the way to start talking again. I hate that word closure.
And you know what? Like, because we blocked each other and didn't speak to each other again, now if I do think about like both of those people, like I think about them both in a positive way, and I actually don't have anything negative to say. And if you
see them in a couple of years, you can probably say hi as you're walking past each other on the street.
Yeah. Whereas like if we had stayed in contact, like
you can't with the other ones because they've got to keep a certain amount of distance.
No, just like I thought we were talking about COVID, and then I realized what we were talking about. Protection order in case of conflict. Oh my god, yeah. But anyway, this has been such a good episode. This has been such good yarns. I definitely felt like it was a good time to talk about it. But
I feel like we have good yarns.
Wish me luck, guys, for my new journey.
Positive vibes and affirmations.
Reality TV star, possibly. Here we go.
Well, a second time. You've already been a reality star once.
Yeah, second time round.
Done it already. Piece of pie.
But love you guys. You're fucking awesome.
Bye.
Thank you so much for your support, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.